everybody. This is Raul for Bass Musician Magazine, and today we have the great honor and pleasure of having a chance to chat with bassist Steven F.Olda
Hello, everybody.
from Genus Ordinis Dei.
Yeah, perfect.
And Steven is talking to us from Italy. So this is
Yeah,
very fun, able to chat across the planet thanks to the virtue of Skype. So Steven, tell us a little bit about your bass journey. How did you get started playing bass?
yeah, sure. I grew up in a little town, small town near Milan, in the north part of Italy. I started playing bass and guitar as well at the same time when I was around 8 years old. My uncle is a musician, and he started to taught me how to play music with instruments. No, later on, when I was kind of 40, I get into the band who inspired my style, my music, like Metallica, Iron Maiden, AC/DC, Judas Priest, the hard rock, heavy metal bands. In the same period, I started to play in some band of friends. It was just fun, but it started to begin a real passion. At this point, I met the guys of my band, Genus Ordinis Dei, my brothers, because we grew up together in the same small town with the same passion, the same ambitions. So it was destiny, mathematica. We met together and we created this project, and it was very, very cool. And I honored to meet my friends in this way. So at this point, I felt necessity to grow up and improve my playing, the consciousness of the instrument in music. And I started to study to academy when I was 20, I think, and in Verona, near Venice, the city of Romeo and Juliet. And I started to study hard and to trying to graduate myself to this academy, and now I'm here. Yeah, we played together for years in this band.
So if I remember correctly, your band started around 2011
Yeah,
officially?
sure. Yeah, exactly. We started some years early, but not with the same. We started years late with the same project. It was cover band. We were trying to learn how to play, how to relate us with the crowd, trying to have some live. In 2011, we officially started the project, the band.
Gotcha. And Italy, as many places in the world, has a very rich musical heritage,
Yeah.
but it is not metal. So
No,
how
no,
is
sure.
it that you guys chose to do metal versus what would be a more traditional musical
Yeah.
genre?
Heavy metal was a passion. Was our kind of music. We grew up with listening metal, we listening Metallica, AC/DC, Manowar or stuff like that.
Hmm.
And we wanted to play heavy metal. Yeah, in Italy it's very difficult because it's not the most famous, most important kind of music, and it's very difficult because you very difficult find gigs, find venues who can give you the possibility to play in front of the crowd. It's kind of difficult. In fact, we try to play all around Europe and not properly in Italy. Yeah.
Gotcha. And with so much music, there is a underlying message and feeling. How would you describe your music? What is the
Yeah,
feeling
sure.
there?
The name of our band is a Latin name. It means the creation or the birth of a divine order. No, it's a name related with the lyrics we told about in our albums, our music. You know, we are trying to tell a story. Okay, it's the middle. Our first record is the first part of the story, divided in three big parts. You know, it's revisiting like Dan Brown, Da Vinci Code, you know, of ancient Testament, and we. With this story, we try to emotion the people who can listen our music. It's is nothing about Satanism or offense. It's just a story, like a thriller. You know, it's a different way to use dogmas in position of religion. Okay, nothing about Satanism. It's just a try to tell a story. Emotion, and it's cool.
I got you. And culturally, again, because Italy is very much a epicenter of religious activity, does that make it difficult for your music to be heard or to be accepted? Or
No. We have no problem about that. Often the people ask us, but you are a Christian metal band? No, we are not Christian. It's just, background about the story. Just this. No, there's no problem about it. Nothing. Yeah.
I got you. Well, it's very interesting because when I lived in Puerto Rico for many years. And there was a lot of people that liked kind of the local music. And it was the Latin jazz, the Latin stuff. But there was a group of musicians that liked rock. And they were influenced by American rock music. But they almost became kind of cultural outcasts. Because they were wanting to live a lifestyle of rock and roll and metal that did not fit in with the Latin feeling and all that.
For us in Italy, the biggest problem is heavy metal, not the religion part of question. Yeah, it's heavy metal is the biggest problem.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And I know everybody always likes to hear about gear. Tell me a little bit about your gear. What do you play?
Yeah. Sure, I play live usually with my LTD 404 4 strings with EMG pickups, and usually live I use Trans-Audio amp AH300 with Sound Amp Tech 21 for pedal for distortion, TBX for compression, and nothing else. But in the last tour, we went through with Lacuna Coil in the last month. We had a long journey. I have to take a different way because, in tour like that, you are the opening band. You usually you don't have enough time to do every step of sound check correctly. You have to be fast as possible. I have to take a different way. I use RBI sometimes 21 for like preamplifier, and Douglas V3K for distortion, DBX for compression, noise gate. I use Hamixer noise gate. All these things plug directly in the PA. Okay. And before I split the signal with a DI box to give to the front of the house two different line of bass, one clean bass and one distortion bass, to give the sound engineer the possibility to blend the two lines to do the best possible. Every time in this situation you have to be much faster than you can do. So this is the faster way and better way I found. Yeah, sure. And it was a very, very cool experience. This one was the biggest tour we did in this year. It was 40, almost 45 days, 31, 32 gigs, and it was a very, very cool experience. I learned many, many things on the road. You know, it's very different kind. It's very different way to play and to relation with the crew and the people of the venues. It was very, very cool. Yeah.
Nice. And your band released a record just last year.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
And what is coming for the future? What are you guys working on now?
Yeah, we released a record, and we have already recorded a new album in the last spring, and we are looking for a new deal for the moment. We had a big tour 2 months ago, and now we are trying to use this thing like this thing to find a new deal much better than the other, and to book another tour and more dates in the next future. In the next future, about the next spring, we start a little tour around Italy, just Italy, in the countries like Rome, Florence, Naples, and some other cities. And we are trying to book a new big tour in the end of 2017 and the beginning of 2018. Yeah.
Gotcha. And I know that when you're with a band like this, it's very much a focus of your attention in your life. But do you have any projects that you would like to work on your own? Steven's projects? Are you writing music or?
Yeah, sure. I'm graduating myself to academy, and I'm trying to become a teacher of my academy in the next years. And in this moment, I'm a teacher in a school near from my city, Bergamo. You know, one of the city of north of Italy. We have a school. I'm a teacher, as like the guys of my band. We are all music teacher, and we are studying and nothing else. We are trying to do music. We're trying to make music our business, our job, and life. It's hard, but it's especially in Italy, but it's cool. It's as AC/DC said, it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll, you know.
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it sounds like you guys are certainly headed in the right direction. You have a passion for your craft and your music. Would you have any advice for like young musicians that listen to your music and they think, oh, I want to do that? What would you recommend?
Yeah, sure. It's the same thing I said every time to my students. You know, as a teacher, you have to believe in your project and believe in you, because nothing happens because you want. That you have to want what. So it's difficult to explain. Nothing happens. Nothing falls from the sky in your hands. You have to work hard. You know, you have to believe in your project and your power, your passion.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It's the most important thing.
Well, and I think a lot of times people don't realize the time and the dedication and the work that goes into, you know, getting to where you get. They see where you are at the end, and they go, "Oh, I wanna do that," but they don't realize all of the hard work. If nothing else, for a bassist, carrying your amps and gear and stuff. I mean, you know,
Sure. Yeah. Exactly.
it's physically very demanding. So that said, Steven, definitely thank you very much for taking time.
Oh, you too, for your time.
For chatting with us. Where would people find out more information about your band and where they can see you?
Yeah, sure. We have a website, genusordinisdei.com, and there you can find every link for social media, Facebook, mail, and everything, or much simple on Facebook, Genus Ordinis Dei official page, and that's all. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, again, thank you so much. People, Bass Musician Magazine, you have had this great opportunity to listen to Steven F.Olda, bassist for Genus Ordinis Dei, coming to you live on Bass Musician Magazine. Ciao.
Thank you, guys.